So, since some gradual vitriol is starting to come towards asexual people, I feel personally that it's important for asexual people to speak on their journey and how they identify within the spectrum of asexuality. Now, I myself haven't identified it as such for too long, so pretty sure there's a lot more I could learn about it. But from what I understand, I would be what's called gray sexual. Now, I I'm not sure if, maybe it's different, asexuality, like I said, it's a spectrum, so it means different things for different people. And I wouldn't say that I grew up asexual, more like it was always there, but I didn't discover that it was there until I had sex. Because before the first time I had sex, I thought, you know, that was something I needed to do. I needed to not be a virgin. I needed to, get in a relationship with a girl that would be comfortable enough for me to do such a thing with her. And eventually, I got that when I was 19 years old. I had sex for the first time, and that was the last time I had sex. Because quite honestly, the more I thought on it, the more I realized that for me, I liked the idea more than the actual act. So I wouldn't be what's called aromantic or aromantic asexual, where some people would describe it as being romance repulsed or indifferent to romance. I myself find that I'm just indifferent to romantic intimacy. I like intimacy, but I just don't need it to be romantic. For me, intimacy can be as simple as just a hug shared between two friends, and that's fine enough for me. Because after I had sex, the pursuit, the desire to be in a in the type of relationship that could lead to sex kind of just went away. Like, I wouldn't say it went away immediately, but like I found myself like gradually through the months, the days, the years, finding myself not really caring about being in a relationship of the romantic kind. I desired friendship for sure, but I didn't want anything more than that. I didn't feel like I needed anything more than that. And I still feel that way. But, like, what? Like 14 years later? So I can comfortably say that I identify as asexual, but, you know, I'm not sex repulsed. But at the same time, it's not something I actively seek or even really care to have. Like, when I really search my feelings, I'm not thinking like, man, it sucks that I haven't had sex in 14 years. I never feel that way. And I know some people will try to shame me, and that's fine. Go ahead and try to shame me. Because I find it creepy. I'm okay with it because if you want to be a creepy little bastard and shame me for not having sex, like, you're so interested in my sex life that you feel the need to make fun of me over something I am openly admitting, you go for it, you creepy bastard. Just give me a reason to laugh at you. Go right the fuck ahead. I'm posting this public. You think I really give a fuck if you shame me for not having sex for 14 years? All you're really saying is that between the two, me and you, you're a fucking creep. So, I'm sharing this story because if they're going to be coming after us just as they come after, other people we care about. Because more often than not, the people who identify as asexual understand that they are on the queer spectrum, because our sexuality, even for us who are straight, I identify as a cis straight male who is also asexual. You know, we understand that we're still on the queer spectrum because our sexuality doesn't, it's not typified as heteronormative to have attraction but not desire for sex. Because that is what people typically understand what it means to be heterosexual or gay. It's to be attracted to people and very burpy, and desires romantic to sexual intimacy from somebody. Now, that's not to say, as I've said in a previous video, that asexual people don't have sex. There are plenty that do. However, I ain't one of them. And if for some reason that bothers you, I want you to know that that's really fucking weird. And even though I'm making this public, you really shouldn't feel like it should be any of your business. Like, if it bothers you deeply to your core that somebody's just like, I don't need to fuck. Like, that really bothers you so much that you want to attack, whether verbally or physically, people who don't want to have sex. God, you're gross. You're just so fucking gross for that to be such a concern to you. And the funny thing is, I'm probably going to get mocked by some people who don't understand that they deserve to be mocked for how much they give a shit about something that has really nothing to do with you. Whether or not someone else has sex, as long as it's consensual, it doesn't really merit any of your attention. I'm going to repeat that. As long as the sex is consensual between able consenting people, whether that be two people or more, as long as it's understood between all people who are able to consent, that it's all mutual, it shouldn't concern you one single bit. And it's really creepy if it does. It's really creepy if you can't fathom people that you don't like having the kind of sex you claim to not like, even though it's on your mind way too fucking much. Maybe consider that you're just really sexually obsessed and you have problems that you need addressed. Maybe do that instead of, thinking about other people fucking all the time. Just try it. And again, this is to say that I identify as asexual, and if you have a problem with that, good for you. I'm not afraid of you.